Stop worrying about success and just make something already. Hey everyone, it's Julian. Today I'm going to be talking to you about something that I think not enough tutorials talk about, right? We could talk all day about how to make sounds, how to engineer stuff, how that works. But today I'm going to be talking to you more about, making music and releasing it and sort of perspective and all that. Before the video starts, check out my sample packs and templates at the top of the description. They're the best ones in electronic music. I put a lot of time into this. I promise if you grab some of these sounds, you'll make the best track of your life. Today, thanks so much for the support, guys, and let's get started. Alright, so the first point I want to talk about today is, I think a lot of this stuff gets overcomplicated with clout and the industry and all that. But at the end of the day, with music, you should really just do what you love and really make it about, like, the story of your life and who you are, your experiences, and what that has influenced as far as the person you become, right? Because, you could chase success, you could chase trends, all that, but at the end of the day, it's only you can really do you. And that sounds cliche, but it's like, hear me out, you could try to make the best trendy thing, you could try to fit in, and people do it and have success, but that's not really how you create something authentic. I think people can really see through that, and I think they can tell, and, they'll give you that moment of like a big single or something like that, but if you want to build something long term, again, it really has to be more like the story of your life, both in terms of sound and in terms of like how you present it, right? It has to be influenced by like sounds you heard in your childhood and sounds you hear now that you really like, but also like the way it's presented, the way you make it look, and the way you make it feel has to be authentic. And again, this sounds cliche, a lot of people say this, but it's really like take your life and your experiences and what you've learned and maybe what you grew up listening to and stuff like that, and try to make it about that, less so than just like trends and what's happening this season, right? Because ultimately that's really going to make something better. But I think the other thing you have to do when you do that is you have to be very confident in what you like, right? And that's the thing. It's not just about making music or about releasing it, but it's about like confidence. And this is honestly why, if you ask me, a lot of bad music gets circulated and does very well, is because it's bad music made by very confident people and presented very confidently, right? And really, because the truth is like, if you're going to go against the trends, that takes a lot of self-confidence and a lot of self-belief. You're going to have that thing where you can just say, screw what everyone else is doing, screw what, like, the industry might tell me to do. I'm doing what I believe in, and I'm chasing that and pushing that. And it's kind of like an illusion I found, we all kind of delude ourselves into thinking, no, you have to do this, you have to do that. But really, man, it's like, are you going to be the one that pushes through that, like, self-delusion, right? Like, are you going to be the one that just says, you know what, I don't care what's going on the charts, I don't care what, this person's doing or that person's doing. I am just going to confidently present, something that essentially tells the story of my life or is very deeply rooted in the story of my life. And I think that's the key. Again, it's just that confidence, but the confidence, it doesn't have to really be this, like, kind of scary, magical thing. It's really basically just, if you present something very confidently, you will get a lot of good results. Like, that's how you get people to really believe in your thing, is you have to believe in it first. If you believe in it, and it's different, and it's out there, and it may not be exactly what everyone else is doing, it's gonna go a lot further, right? And people are gonna smell that through the screen, everything online can be quite fake at times, right? We all know about that. But, we can still smell authenticity through the screen, like I was saying. And, if you do something that's living up to this and you present it confidently and you're confident in your presentation of it because of the fact that it's you and it's just coming from within, that's a recipe for winning. And this really brings me to my next point here, which is like, who cares what people think? Do what people think, and also, like, you can't care what people think, because at the end of the day, people are fickle, and just like your music is going to be, the result of the story of your life and what you've been into and what you've heard and your childhood and all that kind of stuff, people's opinions of it are also a reflection of that as well. And chances are, if somebody doesn't get something or somebody doesn't like something, it's probably just because their experiences don't really line up with yours. And you also have to tune that out of your head, because that's part of that confidence, is like, you have to just say, I don't care that some people might not like this. There are people that will. If you like it, there will always be at least 1,000 people, probably at least 10,000 or even 100,000 people in the world that will like it, that will support you, and will give you that like positive feedback. It's just not gonna be everybody, and you have to like kind of push past, public opinion. You have to not care, and it may not even be that right away people love it, but they love it later on. I think that happens with a lot of things. Like people think, it's not always appreciated in its time, and people think that means, oh, this is a failure or whatever, and then later on people go back and realize what it really was, right? But if the artist doesn't care what anyone thinks, it doesn't matter whether it's in the time where it's being appreciated or not, because they just did it for themselves, presented it confidently. And again, even if there's haters, the law of haters that I've learned, especially through this YouTube channel, is as many haters as there are, there's going to be more people that love it. Like, if you have haters on something, there's always going to be more people that love it than people that really hate it. And that really goes into, like, not caring what people think. Because if you can remember that, you'll realize, like, when someone doesn't like it, it's not the end of the world, right? And it really just comes down to that, man. You just got to have that confidence, and you just got to present something that is a reflection of the story of your life. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I just wanted to talk to you, give you some important tips today, It's not always just about how to make kicks and stuff like that. There's also a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff like this, which is very important, and that's what this video is all about. Thanks for the support, everybody. Go ahead and check out my website at the top of the description. Grab a sample pack or a template or two. They're all really affordable and accessible, but I'm telling you guys, I put a ton of time in to making the best sounds in electronic music and in dance music, so we can all make the best tracks of our lives, and this whole producer community can go to the next level. Support the mission. Links at the top of the description there. Thanks for the support, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.